One of the most storied venues in college football, Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. A top 5 showdown is in store, and you can set the tone and set the pace for what your season is going to be like by winning a game like this early. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
I caught up with the Bulldogs head coach pregame. He told me they understand every ranked matchup becomes a measuring stick when you're carrying a top 10 ranking. They got off to a strong start last week, 1-0 on the season, but that doesn't matter. He said, we will be good if we execute each and every game. Keeps talking to the players in the locker room about the sky is the limit for this team, but it will take one game at a time, and he thinks this is the team that can do it. Reese?
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Young. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Quarterback signaling to his guys. First play of this drive. Right side, it's Bettis. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Quickly out to the tight end. There he goes. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top 5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a prove-it game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between 2 top 5 teams. Just who are these guys? What do they do well? What do they not do well? How mentally and physically tough are they? Because that's going to answer a lot of questions as the season goes on. You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Looking to throw again. Bought a little time, lets it go. This one's complete. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Well, you're seeing this offense aggressive here right out of the gate. I don't even know if they're planning on running the football the rest of this game, the way they're throwing it right now. I mean, they're just throwing caution to the wind. And, David, we know it. They've got a lot of confidence in their skill players throwing the ball, and right now, that's been very apparent early.
Well, and now you knock me back on my heels a little bit. Now I'm like, oh, crud, is this their game plan? Is this going to be pass, pass, pass? So defensively, I'm thinking, how do I make my subs? Do I go dime? Do I go nickel, right? Like, they're definitely pass happy, but the first thing I have to do is get a pass rush and make this quarterback feel uncomfortable.
And already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play-action game.
Fresh center downs going to the air. Finds his man. It's Porter.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Back to pass on second down. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
tell you what, this offense, man, we got a small sample size. We only had one game where they were unbelievable last game, but another score early in this football game. This offense is looking like a force to be reckoned with.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Throws it back. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them, and I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and the D might have been a little too rough on the quarterback there. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Just couldn't stay off the quarterback, and that roughing the passer call has them set up with a 1st and 10. Throwing Russell. Fires to the big fella. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Here's a give to Frazier. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Rush is on. He's got an open man. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Georgia! Extra point here will tie the game. And it's no good, and they're still down by 1. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Offense in a bunch formation. Drops back on 1st down. They're all over him. And it's a sack.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch them sleeping.
Out wide left, it's Mobley. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the 1st.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the 1st quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And I know he's happy to get that one because that's the big fella's 1st sack. And we've heard a lot about this 5-star, this young defensive lineman who they think is going to be elite of elite. And now you get the 1st sack, the 1st of many. But nice to see this dude start to come into his own, maximize some of that ability that we've heard so much about.
Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. These two teams swapping early scores, and they'll try to move back on top, starting the drive down 7-6. And he's brought down after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They didn't quite get organized in time. They'll call a timeout with just 3 seconds remaining on the play clock. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. 2nd and long here. Keelan Russell. Left side is Frazier. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
Nice play, and this running back showing you why he truly is a 3-down back. He's not just dangerous running the football between the tackles or blocking, but he can also catch the ball. And when you get this guy the football in space in the perimeter of the field, he's got the wiggle and he's got the power to break tackles from the secondary. That's why this guy has an opportunity to play at the next level.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? No, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Looking downfield, it's Russell. Oh, pressure's coming. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Hard running there.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Out wide right, it's Mobley. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Turns it upfield. There was running room there, but he needed another step or 2 to make it to the 40 and move those chains. It's 4th down. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead as we get a look at the numbers so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it.
Well, they're setting the tone early in this game. 4th down in their own end. They go for it on the ground, and they pick it up.
They want to set the tone. They want to establish that they think their offense is unstoppable and that they're willing to do anything to keep the football.
You're exactly right, Reese. They are sending a very clear message to this defense. We're going to run the football. We don't care what you do, but you are not going to stop us.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
The Irish have always been built on the run, but timely completions are important, like the great Tom Clements back in the day or John Hewart.
Got to be clutch, right? Got to be balanced and got to find those moments where you can thrive. It's always a system, it seems like, at Notre Dame where it's been built around the run game and it's built around physicality, but they got to get that element of balance to really take off and get to that next level.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Rush right in his face. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Line getting set on second down. Makes the grab on the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. Tight end now in motion. Running the red zone, it's Mobley. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
Making the adjustment on the play. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 14-6. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, 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 the dog pound. Run the football, be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great.
Snags it, and there's running room. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell. They want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him, try to get him on the ground, but this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
Russell. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. Laterals it back. He'll try to do it himself. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Nice job by the quarterback, evading the rush, getting outside the pocket, and then not turning the football over. It's so hard not to try to force the football down the field. Good job. Incompletion, next play.
Straight ahead, it's Phillips. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Grab behind the line. It's Frazier. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. This drive was moving along nicely, but now the 9th play brings up 3rd and forever. Right side, it's Frazier. This defense makes a play, stopping him well short, and it'll be 4th down from the 24.
Good play call on defense. 3rd down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Snapped it, and he has to have it. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
And, man, a lot of times it's hard to outrun that blitz, and they bring pressure. They push him outside of the pocket. Nice job covering downfield. Nobody open. He can't find a place to go with the football, and this is exactly what you should do. Keep hunting. Keep chasing. They finally catch him. Get the big sack on 4th down.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
You've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Hits inside, it's Mobley. Plows through the defense. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. That offensive line is putting those golden domes on the defense and starting to move the ball on the ground.
And we can go back so many years, and the coaches may change, but the brand of Notre Dame is what it is. They're going to be physical. They're going to run the football. That's who they are, and that's how they're built.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. A strike downfield. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Snapped it in the shotgun. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down comes. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Still looking. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Timeout on the field, and that's the 2nd call by Georgia. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their 1st game, and you've seen it here in this one, too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Throwing Russell. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The Fighting Irish call their 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Now here's Russell. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. Notre Dame will now use its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Fresh center downs going to the air. Out wide right, it's Mobley. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Hey, man, I played with Tiki Barber and the Giants, Frank Gore and the 49ers, LaDainian Tomlinson in the Senior Bowl. These guys wanted to catch passes in our offense. Even though they knew sometimes they were the third or fourth read in the progression, they were hoping I was going to throw them a football. And it is so nice as a quarterback to know that you've got running backs like that want to be involved in the passing.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Turning it on! And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin with the Ole Miss Rebels taking on the SMU Mustangs. And it's Ole Miss looking to make it 3 straight to start the new year. They're already on top in the first half. And now we take a look at some of the other games going on around the nation on another wild day of college football.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. Set sail out of the end zone. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
They're backed up just a little. 1st and 10 from their own 19. Keelan Russell. Under pressure. Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. You can grab, but you can't hold on. The defensive holding penalty will give this offense a 1st down. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Here comes the heat. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive.